You open a listings website, refresh the page, new puppies appear every minute, photos, captions, only one girl left. At the same time, in a shelter, kennels are lined up in 2 rows with temporary crates in the hallway. And the staff know, if no space opens up tomorrow, a decision will be made. This video isn't about guilt or blame. I understand why people buy. This video is about a mechanism almost no one sees. Each year in the U.S., about 5.8 million animals enter shelters. Roughly 4 million find homes, 61%. That sounds hopeful, but nearly 40% do not. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of euthanasias annually, not because these animals are bad or incurably sick, but because space physically runs out. And here's the paradox. Love for pets is growing, sales are rising, pet content gets millions of views. So why aren't shelters empty? The answer begins at the point of choice. When someone looks for a dog, they often have rational reasons to buy. Children in the home, they want a predictable temperament. A rental apartment, they can't risk a large dog. Allergies, they need a specific coat type. Fear of behavioral issues, the desire to know what you're getting. That's normal. It's understandable. People want control, but the market doesn't respond to motivation. It responds to demand. If demand remains steady, production continues. Litters are planned in advance, breeding scales up, listings refresh daily. And this happens regardless of whether shelters are overcrowded. These systems are not synchronized. Every adoption reduces pressure immediately. One animal leaves the system, one space opens for another. A purchase sends a different signal. Even if that specific puppy ends up in a loving home, the market records one thing: demand exists. Volume can stay the same or increase. No one plans overload, but the chain works the same way. Demand to production, to surplus, to overcrowding, to euthanasia. This isn't theory, it's economic logic. Consider a specific example. The French Bulldog, compact, urban, photogenic, predictable in size. That's exactly why the breed skyrocketed in popularity. But a shortened muzzle often means brachycephalic syndrome. Breathing problems, overheating, surgeries. Predictable appearance sometimes means predictable diagnosis. Shelters increasingly hear the same scenario. A puppy is purchased for several $1,000s. A year later, surgeries, ongoing medical bills, unexpected expenses. The intentions were good, the love was real, but the financial burden exceeded expectations, and the animal re-enters the system, surrender, rehoming, sometimes a shelter. This isn't the majority of cases, but it's a recurring pattern. And the market doesn't see patterns, it sees purchases. Yes, responsible breeders exist, small-scale operations, genetic testing, strict selection, but the mass market operates differently. It scales faster than it filters. A trend appears, supply expands, the price of predictability drops, volume increases, and shelters can't order the market to produce fewer puppies. They deal with the consequences of volume. The most uncomfortable truth is that even 61% rehomed doesn't mean the system is balanced. The remaining 39% represents excess. The market doesn't count kennels or hallway crates. It counts sales. At the scale of one person, it feels invisible. Your choice is one pet, but millions of decisions each year create total volume. Volume creates surplus. Surplus creates pressure. Pressure ends in euthanasia. There are no villains in this story. People want what's best for their families. Breeders want to sell. Shelters want to save. But demand mechanics are stronger than intentions. This isn't morality, it's math. And maybe the real question isn't which breed suits you. It's what signal your choice amplifies. control for yourself or relief for the system, because the mechanism will keep running. It doesn't see love, it sees numbers. And at the scale of millions, those numbers determine how many animals are born and how many are left waiting.